What if a single military alliance could launch thousands of aircraft across multiple continents within hours? What if an attack on one nation could instantly trigger the combined air power of more than 30 countries? From stealth fighters and nuclear-capable bombers to airborne radar stations that can see hundreds of miles into enemy territory, NATO possesses one of the most powerful military aviation networks ever assembled. But in an era of hypersonic missiles, drone swarms, and rising global tensions, is NATO's air power still the ultimate guardian of the skies? Since its creation on April 4, 1949, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, better known as NATO, has served as the cornerstone of Western collective defense. The alliance was born from the devastation of World War II and the growing threat posed by the Soviet Union during the Cold War. Its founding principle was simple but powerful. An attack against one member would be considered an attack against all. Today, NATO has expanded to include more than 30 member nations spanning North America and Europe. Together, these countries operate thousands of combat aircraft, strategic bombers, surveillance platforms, tankers, and transport aircraft. Yet NATO's true strength isn't just the number of aircraft it possesses. It's the ability to integrate dozens of air forces into a single combat network capable of operating around the clock across vast distances. In modern warfare, control of the air often determines the outcome of battles on land and sea. Without air superiority, armies struggle to maneuver, supply lines become vulnerable, and naval forces operate under constant threat. And that makes NATO's air power one of the most important military tools in the world today. At the heart of NATO's air power lies an enormous and diverse fleet of aircraft. The United States provides the largest contribution, operating advanced platforms such as the F-22 and Raptor, the F-35 Lightning II, the F-15 Eagle, and the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Meanwhile, European members contribute their own highly capable aircraft. Britain fields the Eurofighter Typhoon and F-35B. Germany operates Eurofighters and advanced transport fleets. France contributes Rafale multirole fighters, widely regarded as among the most capable combat aircraft in service. Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Denmark, Poland, and several other nations are rapidly expanding their fleets of F-35 stealth fighters. Together, these aircraft create a layered and flexible force structure capable of air superiority, ground attack, reconnaissance, electronic warfare, and strategic deterrence. One lesser-known fact is that NATO maintains an integrated air defense system that continuously monitors Allied airspace 24 hours a day. This network combines radar stations, satellites, command centers, and fighter aircraft from multiple nations. If an unidentified aircraft enters NATO-controlled airspace, response fighters can be launched within minutes. Another critical component is NATO's fleet of E-3A aircraft. These flying radar stations act as airborne command centers, detecting threats hundreds of miles away while coordinating fighters across an entire battlefield. Think of them as the eyes and brains of NATO's air operations. But possessing advanced aircraft is only part of the equation. The real challenge lies in making dozens of different air forces fight as one. And that's where NATO's greatest strength emerges. Military alliances often struggle with coordination. Different languages, different equipment, different military cultures. Yet NATO has spent decades solving this problem. Every year, member nations participate in large-scale exercises designed to ensure seamless interoperability. Exercises such as Air Defender, Ramstein Flag, and Arctic Challenge bring together hundreds of aircraft from multiple countries. Pilots train side by side. Commanders rehearse complex battle scenarios. Ground crews learn to support Allied aircraft. Communication systems are standardized to ensure that pilots from different nations can instantly share information during combat. This means a Norwegian F-35, a German Eurofighter, and an American F-22 can operate together within the same mission package. One surprising fact is that NATO aircraft regularly practice operating from foreign air bases across Europe. In a crisis, aircraft can rapidly disperse to multiple locations, making them harder to target and allowing combat operations to continue even if major bases are attacked. NATO also relies heavily on aerial refueling. Tankers such as the KC-135 and A330 MRTT dramatically extend the range of fighter aircraft, enabling operations far from home bases. The result is a force that functions less like separate national air forces and more like a single multinational air arm. But military exercises are one thing. Real combat is another. So what happens when NATO's air power is tested in actual conflict? NATO's capabilities have been demonstrated repeatedly over the past 3 decades. One of the most significant examples occurred during the Kosovo conflict in 1999. Operation Allied Force saw NATO conduct a sustained air campaign against Serbian military targets. For 78 days, Allied aircraft carried out precision strikes designed to degrade military infrastructure and compel political concessions. The operation highlighted NATO's ability to coordinate air assets from numerous member nations under a unified command structure. Years later, NATO aircraft played a major role in operations over Afghanistan following the September 11 attacks. Fighters, surveillance aircraft, transport planes, and helicopters worked together to support coalition forces across challenging terrain. Another major demonstration came in 2011 during operations over Libya. NATO aircraft enforced a no-fly zone and conducted strikes against military targets, showcasing the alliance's ability to project power beyond its borders. More recently, Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022 dramatically reshaped NATO's security posture. Although NATO forces have not directly entered the conflict, alliance air activity along its eastern flank increased significantly. Fighter patrols expanded, surveillance flights intensified, air defense systems were reinforced. Aircraft from multiple nations began conducting enhanced readiness missions near NATO's eastern borders. These operations revealed a crucial reality. NATO's air power isn't just about fighting wars, it's about preventing them, and that deterrent effect may be its most important weapon. The most powerful aspect of NATO's air power isn't any single fighter jet. It's not the stealth technology of the F-35, it's not the radar reach of a WSS, and it's not even America's strategic bomber fleet. The true power lies in integration. For potential adversaries, confronting NATO means facing a military ecosystem rather than a single air force. Satellites detect threats. ABOS aircraft coordinate responses. Fighters establish air superiority. Tankers extend operational reach. Electronic warfare aircraft disrupt enemy systems. Ground-based air defenses protect critical infrastructure. All of these elements work together in real time. This creates an extraordinarily difficult challenge for any opponent. A lesser-known reality is that many NATO aircraft can share battlefield data almost instantly through secure digital networks. Pilots often see information gathered by sensors located hundreds of miles away. In essence, NATO's aircraft increasingly operate as part of a giant flying information network. As emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, autonomous drones, and hypersonic weapons reshape warfare, NATO is already adapting. The future battlefield may look very different, but the alliance's emphasis on coordination and collective defense remains unchanged, and that may be the secret behind NATO's enduring strength. For more than 70 years, NATO has transformed from a Cold War alliance into a highly integrated military organization capable of projecting air power across continents. Its strength comes not only from advanced aircraft and cutting-edge technology, but from the ability of dozens of nations to operate together as one force. From the skies over Kosovo to patrol missions along NATO's eastern frontier, the alliance has demonstrated that air superiority remains one of the defining elements of modern military power. Yet the future presents new challenges: drone swarms, cyber warfare, hypersonic missiles, and increasingly complex geopolitical rivalries. The question is no longer whether NATO possesses powerful air forces. The question is whether those forces can continue adapting fast enough to maintain control of the skies in the decades ahead. What do you think? Is NATO still the world's most dominant air power alliance, or are emerging threats beginning to change the balance? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into military history, strategy, and technology. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay informed.